Hey there guys, it's Showcase Watches. Today bringing you a quick vid about the Omega Speedmaster MoonSwatch, the plastic garbage that has been released by Swatch Group, and I am breaking silence on the subject. I've purposely not done any videos on this watch because I wanted to see the outcome of the release and I wanted to see what was happening with the release. And needless to say, I've seen the just unbearable escapades that's gone on around multiple Swatch boutiques around the world, and it's amazing what's happened. And bravo to Swatch for prostituting the most legendary chronograph in existence, namely the Omega Speedmaster. So bravo for that. You have successfully cheapened the legendary Speedmaster by putting it as a plastic, what was it, some bio bloody snowflake crappy material that you've made it from. You've stuck a cheap quartz, for those of you who don't know, that's a battery movement in the watch. You've basically cheapened the watch completely, and you have cashed in on it, and you've created a huge hype like nothing we've ever seen, where, you know, people are in the streets nearly rioting to get into the stores to purchase these watches. People have lost their shit over these watches, over trying to, you know, get their hands on these watches. It's been insanity, guys. And I watched with interest and disgust. Tim Wright, good friend of mine, Tim did a live stream covering this. He's been in London. He's done a couple of live streams. So guys, check out Tim Wright's channel. You'll see the live coverage of all the Swatch release, and Tim was there at like 4 o'clock in the morning, queued up. He kept on, you know, sort of working the crowd to find out people's opinions. And, you know, Tim put his life on the line to cover this event. And check it out, guys. While I think, check out the rest of my channel, like and subscribe, all that usual bullshit. This is a bit of an unusual vid. I don't usually do this. I'm usually, you know, at home in my YouTube den, my you know, studio, whatever you want to call it. Today I'm actually in my VW camper, so I'm out camping. You can see I'm, well, in the woods, and I'm here in the camper. You can see there I've got all my cooker, sink, fridge, microwave, TV, all the usual stuff you would find in a camper. So yeah, so today I'm out camping. I've been for a walk. I'll come back and shoot a quick vid. So, you know, this is proper amateur hour, guys, but, you know, I'll get the message across. Basically, Swatch, for those of you who don't know, Swatch are the owners of Omega. So Omega is not an independent watch company like Rolex and other companies. You know, the Swatch Group own Omega. So if Swatch Group tell Omega to jump, Omega have to say how high. And this is the painful truth. What Swatch have done is they have taken, and this is in my opinion, I have nothing against Swatch, for just to start with, I have nothing against Swatch watches. I'm not hating on Swatch watches. I'm hating on the collab between the two brands. What Swatch have done is they've taken the Omega Speedmaster, the most legendary chronograph in existence. Some people will argue it's the Zenith, some people argue it's the Rolex Daytona, some people argue it's the Navitimer. In my opinion, it's the Omega Speedmaster. The most legendary, certainly the legendary Omega ever made. I would argue the most legendary watch ever made. It's right up there with the Rolex Submariner for legendary status. Swatch have told Omega to do this. Omega have done it. Basically, Omega has become the street hooker, stood on the corner of the street with Swatch behind them as the pimp making the money. That's what's happened. Do I like the watch? Yes, I do. Do I think the watch is quality? Absolutely not. It's a disposable watch. It's a cheap piece of shit that you can buy, you wear it, it breaks, you throw it away. Do I think it's good value at £207? Yes, I do. Would I own one? Yes, I would. However, that's not what I have a beef about. I have a beef about the fact that they've made it so ridiculously hyped that they haven't just released it online for online purchasing so that anybody can buy one. This watch, the reason why I agree with this watch is because the people who are late teens, early 20s, whatever, they're cool and hip, but they're on lower incomes, they can have a little bit of Omega Speedmaster heritage. They can have that watch. They can have a little bit of Omega Speedmaster on their wrist for a fraction of the price of a real one. By the way, guys, just quick wristwatch check. I am wearing the 1861 Speedmaster, the metal version, not the plastic. I agree with this watch because they are affordable for people who can't afford the real thing. So the collectors of cheaper watches can get an Omega Speedmaster. They can get a little bit of the heritage of it. I agree with that. The brand snob within me doesn't like it because I feel it's cheapening the Omega brand. That's just brand snobbery, and that's in me. I can't help it, guys. I apologise for it. I am who I am. But the brand snob in me just feels like it's just cheapening the brand a little bit, but it's making it more obtainable for more people, because now you can buy an Omega Speedmaster for £200. You can buy an Omega Speedmaster for tens of thousands. You know, you can go and buy a 321, the latest 321 at 70,000 or whatever. There is a spectrum of, you can buy an Omega Speedmaster Professional 3,500 on the pre-owned market. You can buy an Omega Speedmaster, the plastic one, for £200. You can buy the fancy ones for 70,000. There is such a wide range that the Omega Speedmaster now fits everybody's pocket. From that perspective, bravo Swatch. You've done an amazing job. You've made the Speedmaster accessible for everybody. I agree with that. I don't agree with the fact that you've made it boutique only, which is then means you've not made it for everybody. You've made it for the flippers. You've made it for the hype train. You guys knew that the Omega Speedmaster community, the Omega community, and the luxury watch community is huge, and they will pay through the nose for a watch. Look at Rolex. You know, Oyster Perpetual Tiffany dial, or the Tiffany dial, or whatever. It's got nothing to do with Tiffany, but it's been christened the Tiffany dial. That watch is a, what, £5,000 watch, and it's recently been doing between 25 and 30,000. These guys who are into luxury watches, they are not afraid of hype. The watch community own the space on hype. We know how to hype shit up. When you release a £200 Omega Speedmaster, that watch is going to be hyped. So, yes, there might have been a few 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds who've got their hands on this watch. They've been lucky enough to be in the queue and fight their way through the door and get one. That might have happened, and bravo to those that it has. I'm really pleased for you, and wear it in good health. For the most part, this watch has been scooped up by the flippers, who turned up in force at the events, and they pushed their way in. Again, I refer to Tim Wright's channel. Go see the footage. You can see that people forced their way into the queue, and they got to the front of the queue and bombarded their way through the door to get the watches, leaving the poor sods who stayed there for 24 hours or so camping. They didn't get the watch, but the guys who forced their way in, and ultimately the flippers, they got the watch. So now you look on eBay, you look online, you look on social media, these watches are flipping for anywhere from £1,000 to £3,000–4,000. That's the, you know, we're talking about a cheap shit plastic disposable battery powered watch that is trading online for the same price as a second-hand Speedmaster Professional with an 1861 movement. Insanity, right? It's what's happening, and this is what Swatch have done. This is what Swatch has created, and you cannot tell me that it's accidentally been created. They knew what they were doing. If they didn't want this to happen, put the watch online. Do not make it boutique only. What Swatch have just done is they have occupied police time around the world, because police have had to police this. They have had super spreaders. You know, we're still in a time of COVID. They have created super spreader events because people have been rammed outside stores. It is the most reckless, irresponsible act I think Swatch could have done. From a health and safety perspective, from a public safety perspective, it's ludicrous. Make the damn thing online. You can buy every other watch online. Why the hell are you not allowing us to do this? The reason being is because they're following the Rolex. Rolex set this trend. Rolex own this space of hype, and all the other brands are looking at what Rolex have done, and they're wanting to hype their own brands. They've followed suit. So make it boutique only. People queuing out the door. People queuing out the door for this watch. Ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. I hope, and I'm told that supposedly these watches are going to be released online. I hope that happens, and when that does happen, I will support the watch. I've had mixed emotions about this watch. This watch is probably, in 12 years of collecting watches, this watch is probably the one that's had me the most confused over the time. Initially, the brand snob in me kicked in, and I was defending Omega and said it's cheap as the brand. You know, don't do it. You know, you're cheapening Omega. What are you doing? That was my initial reaction. Then I could see it, and I thought, actually, do you know what? This is going to bring. Like me, I would buy the blue version. Christened the Tiffany blue. I would buy that one, and I would give it to my wife because she doesn't want to wear an actual Speedmaster because she finds them a bit heavy. I would buy her the plastic version because she's got a beautiful colour Speedmaster on her wrist, you know, and realistically she's going to break that watch. She's going to smash it against something and break it. So I would buy that watch for her. So I think from that perspective, I think they're cool. When they are obtainable by everybody, they are cool. And I think the cool kids are going to wear them, and I think they're going to be really, really popular. And I think they're going to have a cult following of their own. But at the moment, I think it's criminal that they have made it boutique only. They've had it as a super spreader event. I don't know how many people are going to get COVID from queuing outside these stores. Who knows? And I think it's criminal that they are now trading on the pre-owned market for $3,500, which is the price of an 1861 Speedmaster, a real one. But, you know, the 18 to 20-year-old, early 20s, they're not buying the watches for this inflated price. Us, we are. The watch community are buying these watches for that price because we want them in our collections. So we've taken the watch away from the people it was intended for. That's not cool. That doesn't make the watch cool. That makes the watch just another hype train. A £207 watch selling online for over £3,000 isn't cool. It's just a hype train, and it's a plastic piece of shit with a quartz movement. It's a disposable watch. An Omega is supposed to be a watch that you can purchase, you can wear for the entirety of your life, you can pass it down to the next generation, you have it repaired, you have it regularly serviced. It's a luxury product. That is what Omega stands for, and that's what Omega has always stood for. They have never been a cheap brand. They have never been a brand that sold cheap shit. Now they are, thanks to Swatch putting them on a street corner like a cheap hooker performing cheap tricks, and Swatch being the pimp taking the money. That's what's happened. So guys, let me know what you guys think. Am I completely off base? Am I completely wrong? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let's have a chat. Put your comments in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Check out my other vids. This is a bit of an unusual one. I don't usually, well, I've never shot a video from my camper van before, but I was out and about. Today's the release. I'm obviously, you know, away camping, so I didn't want to not release a video today on the day that the watch is released. So I thought I'll do a video, put it out there. I know it's unprofessional, I know it's amateur hour, but, you know, I'm an amateur YouTuber, I'm not a professional, so who gives a shit, right? And don't forget, guys, check out Tim Wright's channel, his latest footage of the event. Credit to Tim, he was an absolute trooper, and credit to his good lady, his wife. She stuck it out with him, and, you know, credit to them. They were there for hours, like 6 hours, live streaming this entire event, reporting on it and showing us what was going on. And I thoroughly enjoyed, I watched most of it. I did wake up early to purposely log on and see if anybody was covering it, and lo and behold, Tim was, and I thoroughly enjoyed his coverage. I think Tim did an excellent job. So check out Tim's channel. Yeah, guys, thank you for watching. This is Showcase Watches, and I'll catch you in the next one when I'm back in the studio. Thanks for watching, guys, and wear your watches in good health, even if they're plastic shitters. Enjoy them.